Let's start by grounding ourselves with a clear definition. Training is the heavy lifting. This is the process where the AI actually learns. We feed it massive amounts of labeled data. Think of it as giving the AI both the test questions and the correct answers, which engineers call the ground truth. The system then mathematically adjusts its internal parameters, things called weights and biases, to minimize what's known as a loss function. Basically, it's just trying to make fewer mistakes over time. After weeks of this grueling, intense computation, it produces a single, finalized file called a checkpoint. This is the factory finishing its product.
And that leads us to Inference. Inference is the lightweight storefront. This is the process of taking that trained, completely frozen model and using it to make predictions on brand new data it has never, ever seen before. There is no ground truth here, right? No learning is happening. It just takes your prompt and serves the customer quickly, cheaply, and accurately. The parameters are completely locked in place.
Moving on to part 2, under the hood, the mechanical flow of deep learning. When you break down the actual steps, you really start to see exactly how much lighter inference is. When a model trains, data moves forward through the network. That's the forward pass. But then it has to calculate the loss, figure out exactly how wrong it was, and send that error backwards through the entire network. That's the backward pass, or backpropagation. Then it has to actually update the parameters using gradient descent. But with inference, it drops almost everything. Inference only requires the forward pass. No backprop, no loss computation, absolutely no parameter updates. All that heavy math, completely gone. So because inference is just that single forward pass, what happens to all those incredibly complex tools used to force the model to learn in the first place? Well, we just leave them behind in the factory. Engineers use highly technical behaviors during training. They use active dropout, which literally randomly turns off parts of the AI's brain so it doesn't over-rely on one single pathway. They use data augmentation to create modified copies of images. They use gradient clipping to prevent the math from just exploding. All of this is heavy machinery, and none of it is used in the storefront. Inference runs on real, unmodified inputs, completely without these training wheels. This brings us to a really massive difference in memory footprint. Training requires a ton of memory. It operates in high precision, meaning the numbers have a lot of decimal places, and it has to save every single intermediate step to calculate those backward errors. Plus, the optimizer itself takes up double the memory of the model's parameters. Inference, by comparison, is incredibly lean. We can actually shrink or quantize those massive numbers down into simple whole integers like int8. It only needs to remember the current layer it's thinking about, and it completely throws out the optimizer state. High memory versus low memory. Massive versus lean. Section 3. Hardware and heavy lifting. From massive clusters down to the edge. Because training is so mathematically heavy, it requires physical hardware that is stationary, incredibly massive, and eye-wateringly expensive. We are talking about dedicated clusters of high-end NVIDIA GPUs, like the H100 or B200 or Google's custom TPUs. These aren't things you put in a laptop, right? These run on top-tier cloud instances that cost thousands of dollars a day. And the strategy here is to scale up. If training is taking too long, the only real solution is to throw more and bigger GPUs into a massive centralized room to crunch the numbers. But inference is a totally different story. Have you ever wondered how Google Translate can work perfectly offline while you're on airplane mode? It's because inference is so computationally light, you don't always need a massive cloud cluster. While training is strictly offline and bound to the cloud, inference is online and everywhere. It runs on lower-end GPUs, standard CPUs, and even directly on the edge, right there on your smartphone. When Face ID unlocks your phone, that is inference happening locally in milliseconds. And instead of scaling up, inference scales out. You just copy that frozen model to a million different phones or servers to handle a million different users simultaneously.
Part 4. Economics at scale. Fixed costs versus marginal costs.
So the absolutely crucial point here is how the money flows. Training is a high fixed cost. You pay for the GPU hours multiplied by the number of GPUs over weeks or even months. It's a massive upfront bill, but it only happens periodically, maybe once a year for a new foundation model. Inference, however, is a low marginal cost. It's just fractions of a penny per request. But here's the catch. Inference happens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, millions of times a second. While the initial price tag of training is what makes the headlines, it's the sheer, relentless volume of inference that completely dominates the long-term economics of an AI company.
Because the economics are so wildly different, the metrics that engineers obsess over are completely inverted. Think about latency. In training, latency basically doesn't exist. No one cares if an operation takes a millisecond longer if the whole process takes 2 months anyway. But for inference, latency is strict. Users expect an answer in under 200 milliseconds or they get annoyed. Training focuses on final loss and convergence. They just want the model to be smart. Inference is an absolute race for throughput, measuring requests per second and cost per million tokens. Basically, training is about getting it right once. Inference is about getting it out fast, a billion times over.
Which brings us to our final section, Part 5, the environmental impact, the hidden catch of global scale. We've talked a lot about millions of dollars, but let's talk about power. Training a single frontier model generates a CO2 footprint measured in the hundreds of tons. Remember that factory analogy? That factory requires hundreds of kilowatts of electricity running continuously for weeks just to power the incredible density of matrix multiplications and gradient calculations. The sheer energy intensity required just to birth one of these models is staggering.
But here is the massive catch when it comes to scale. We established that inference is lean. It drops the heavy math. It completely skips the backpropagation. It uses very low energy per individual request. But remember, inference scales out to the whole world. When you integrate an AI model into something like Google Search, answering billions of queries a day, that tiny fraction of energy multiplies fast. At a massive global scale, the total carbon footprint of inference can actually rival, and eventually exceed, the enormous environmental cost of the training phase.